Hey guys, welcome back to the garden. We're going to be at it again today, just planting some more annuals. We're going to go out front shortly, but our neighbors across the street are having some kind of a birthday party, I think, so it's quite noisy out there at the moment. But we did buy some lantana yesterday for out in front of the butterfly bushes that we just planted, the two Pugster Blues. We're just going to put some annuals in this year. Now that the red twig dogwoods are out, the Pugster Blue Butterfly Bushes are in. And that bed is mulched. We can really see we have a lot of space there. Those Pugster Blue bushes, Pugster Blue Butterfly Bushes are not going to be huge. So we have a lot of room for some either annuals or perennials, but this year we're just going to try annuals. So we bought some lantana yesterday. I'm going to get those, and we got 4 pretty kind of like orangey red, which I think will be a pretty contrast to the blue of the Pugster Blue Butterfly Bushes. Just to see how it looks. And if we want to do something like that again next year, or do we want to add a third butterfly bush? I actually think we could have used a third one. But like I said, this year we're just seeing how it goes. We even have some pretty yellow coreopsis that maybe we want to move down there next year in front of the butterfly bushes. Again, the yellow and the blue will be a pretty contrast. So I'm going to take you around there and show you. I laid out the lantana already. And I think we're also going to get, if we have time, it's getting a little late in the day. We actually went for a hike today. Our caladiums. I think we're going to try to get them out of this elevated bed. We have quite a few of them in here. See a bunch there. And then there's some more on the other side. I want to say, so we got 2 bags of 10. So that means we have 20. I think we planted 9. Although some of them do appear to be like large bunches, so I kind of feel like we got more than 20, but we want to try to get some of these at least in some shadier locations, because we have more lettuce to go in this bed, and I'm looking at the lettuce and it looks pretty pathetic. I think I need to get some water on that, so come garden with us, and we're going to plant some more annuals today, and we'll take you along with us. Of course, what I went to the nursery for yesterday was 2 more Let's Dance Rhythmic Blue hydrangeas. They will be going up behind the chokeberry hedge on our top retaining wall. We already planted 1 Rhythmic Blue and 2 Cherry Explosion, so I think these are going to look pretty there. So just wanted to share that with you real quick. Okay, here's the bed. So you all saw this last week when we planted the 2 Pugster Blues, and you can see where I have the lantana laid out. I actually think we could have used a 5th one, maybe even a 6th one for down here, but like I said, we're just kind of testing this out, see how we like it this year, see if that's something we want to do again next year, or like I said, do we want to move the 3 yellow coreopsis down here? Really do have a lot of space. Again, I do think we have room behind here for a 3rd butterfly bush. I don't think it's going to be this year. I don't think the GM are going to make it, unfortunately. They just did not have any roots, so doesn't matter how much you water them. If they don't have a root structure, they're not going to be able to take the water up to survive. So we could fit a 3rd butterfly bush down behind the 2. Also have a lot of room behind these 2 service berries. We have a couple of Caryopteris beyond midnight underneath our 2 hydrangea standards on top of our top retaining wall. That, like so many other things back there, as that area gets shadier, they are not really thriving. So maybe they come up here. That again, that'll be a next year thing, because this is one of the few beds in our yard that gets full sun. Caryopteris definitely need full sun. They're beyond midnight. They're not a big Caryopteris, so they might fit behind the service berries there. I don't know, maybe even over here. I'm trying not to fill this bed up like it was. I kind of like seeing mulch. You get to see the individual structure of the plants, but we have time to think about that. Not exactly sure where we're going to put the rest of these caladiums. Maybe we can fit another couple over here. We have some room there around the panicums and the Thea Thin Man. We can probably fit another couple over here under the flamethrower redbud. And depending on how many we end up with, I feel like we can put another one here, because this one on the end is a little small. And I feel like we can put some between these 3 spirea over here that we had to cut back this year, again, because I think they got affected by the plant growth regulator from the tree company that treated our spruce trees. I think when he was coming back here to get to our birch tree, he stopped to open the gate, put the stake down in here somewhere to get his hands free, inadvertently got some plant growth regulator in this bed and affected the growth of these 3 spirea. Because usually they're a really pretty pop of chartreuse here, even though it's quite shady. That one over there looks halfway decent. These two, just some really weird growth. So I think maybe we can put some caladiums in here and just kind of mask the fact that these spirea are doing something funky this year. We'll see how many we end up with. While we're gathering our thoughts there with what we want to do, just want to take a look at what's going on here on the left side of our path. These firelight tidbits and these castle keep hollies were just planted less than a year ago. And just look at them. They are absolutely gorgeous. These firelight tidbits have filled in so well. They were quite small when we planted them. I am really impressed. And I absolutely love the way they look. These beautiful white flowers against the dark green of the hollies. I mean, I know it's not really tall, and we have this huge expanse of siding, which, you know, I'm still deciding what I want to do here. But at least for now, I just really think they look really pretty. This is quickly becoming the favorite side. Since the other side is still kind of like a work in progress over there, this side has really, really filled in nicely. I think over here I might want to do a trellis with, I don't know if I want to put anything really right up against the siding, because I feel like it would be very hard to clean the siding if it gets moldy. But maybe an obelisk or a couple of obelisks with some clematis, something, because these hollies are only going to get 3 to 5 feet tall, so they're not really ever going to get tall enough to block out all of the siding, which I don't need something necessarily to grow all the way up, obviously, to the top of the house, but you know, something maybe 7 to 8 feet tall. So maybe clematis on some obelisks is an idea. I don't know, I think this looks really nice. I have to get some water on this one in the middle. It looks a little dry. Just gonna run to the back and get the water in here. Talk about the stats on these a little bit. These are rather large lantana, 24 to 36 inches tall and wide, so they will fill out nicely, especially if they had been planted earlier. Again, this is just a test. Do we want annuals in this bed? Do we want to put more shrubs, perennials? So again, I think they're going to look really pretty. They are called Heartland Really Red, which in reality, they're kind of like a red orange. So I think a really nice contrast against the butterfly bush. take a quick look at where the caladiums over here in our side bed ended up. I do think they bring something here, given how bad the spirea look. These are caladiums that we will be able to pull out of the ground at the end of the season and save and maybe put back here next year. And I do think it does add something here since the spirea looks so bad, as I said. So I think we're going to put the remaining two caladiums over here, as I think I mentioned earlier in this video, one behind our sewage pump grinder and one over next to where we'd already planted some to maybe mask some of the fact that our sun pations over on this side have gotten eaten. I don't know if it's deer or rabbits, but these ones look fine. These ones, not so much. And I think this is going to be a really pretty combination with the Firelight Tidbit, with the Brunnera back there. Everything's filling in really nicely. You can see the existing caladiums. So this has turned out to be a really nice little collage here with some annuals and some perennials. Yeah, I think this area is starting to turn out really well too. Liking it. Okay, so let's take a look at the final product over here now. You can see the newer caladium there on the left. Also filling in for the one in the middle there that has never really quite gotten big enough this year for some reason. Maybe we're not providing it enough water. I decided to put the elephant ears back on top of our pump grinder. I had moved them up to the porch for a while because they had really started to fry in our hot, dry weather this summer. And then you can see, of course, around the back there is the second bunch of caladiums. At least I think you can see it. Um, so yeah, again, liking the way this is turning out. The Firelight Tidbits have filled in really nicely. They're already starting to go a little bit pink. And again, these are caladiums that we will be able to reuse. And just taking a quick look over here at our Midnight Sun Weigela, which is also a relatively recent planting, late last summer, and getting nipped by deer. So I think as soon as we're done this video, we're going to have to do some spraying. Hey guys, so as always, thanks for coming along with us today as we continue with our planting and getting some more annuals in the ground in areas where they are needed. I hope you enjoyed the video, and do stay tuned. We are going to just keep cracking on, even though the weather is going to continue to get hot again, and we still have not received significant rain. Just got to get on with it, and as always, we'll take you along with us. We really do appreciate your support. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And as always, we hope we'll see you in the next one. Bye.